Good morning, good morning, good morning. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please drop a comment. Also confirm you can see my screen. Okay. How are you doing today? If you can hear me, please drop a comment. Also confirm you can see my screen clearly. Hope you enjoyed the holiday. Hope you spent some time back testing, studying. That is what I use on my holiday. For most of my holiday, I spend time, analyzing the markets, studying, researching. You all are welcome to today's live stream. You're welcome. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. If there's any pair you want us to look at together, um, please drop it in the comment section. If there's any pair you want me to analyze, drop it in the comment section. Please confirm you can see my screen. Confirm you can hear me loud and clear, and you can also see my screen. Can you hear me? I'm waiting for your comments. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, I would like to know. Before starting the class, I would like to know if you can hear me. Drop a comment. So today is 22nd of April, Tuesday 22nd of April, and as you can see, there are no major news for today. Okay, no major news is expected today. No major news is expected today. So I think it's tomorrow we're expecting major news from the different countries, euro, dollar, and Great Britain pounds. Okay, but today it's a news day free. Today is news free. Okay, so let's go to the chart. We'll start by looking at DXY. You can hear me? Please drop a comment. Okay, so on DXY, as we can see, DXY has been bearish for some time, and I think it's still bearish. Okay, DXY has been bearish for some time. Let's start with the weekly time frame. Okay, DXY has been bearish for some time, and I think it is still bearish. Okay, I think it is still bearish. Let's see the monthly time frame. So you can see on the monthly time frame, we have I think price is currently sitting on a fair value gap. The monthly time frame, can you see? So we could see a little rejection from this fair value gap, though the gap has not been filled entirely. It has not been filled entirely. But if a bullish reversal pattern forms after this gap has been tested, then we should expect pullback on US dollar. Okay, we should expect pull. For the past 4 months, the dollar has been weak. Few minutes, guys. Few minutes. Sorry for the break, guys. So as I was saying, dollar has been weak for the past 4 months, as you can see. Price started dropping after the formation of this doji candle. It's been strongly bearish, and as you can see, it's just broke out from a very key support area. You can see it just broke out from this key support area. So if a bullish reversal pattern forms, we might see price pull back to test this broken support zone resistance, and I think this is a mitigation block. This is a mitigation block, or you call it your breaker block. Okay, this block here is a breaker, was used to clear liquidity reside at this previous high. Okay, and if we're looking at it from this angle, it will be a mitigation block. Okay, so price is likely going to pull back to test this level before going bearish. That's what I think is going to play out on DXY. So my bias for today's market on DXY is bullish. Okay, my bias for DXY is bullish. It is bullish. My bias for DXY is bullish. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, drop a comment. Drop a comment. Okay, confirm the sound is okay, and you can also see my screen. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. So that's it for DXY. That's it on the monthly. Let's see what we have on the weekly. Last week also was strongly bearish last week, and this week so far, as you can see, it has been bearish so far. It's been bearish so far. Like I said, long term it is still bearish. The dollar is still bearish, technically and fundamentally. DXY dollar is very weak. Okay, it's very weak. So let's see daily. Let's go down to daily. Good morning, Joseph. Thank you for joining. Okay, so what's happening on daily? Yes, that was on Friday. Yesterday. Yesterday was strongly bearish, and so far today, what we have here is indecision in the market. Neither buyers nor sellers are in control at the moment, as you can see. Neither buyers nor sellers are in control at the moment. Okay, let's see 4 hour. So what do we have on 4 hour? After the close of yesterday candle, you can see we had an inverted hammer after the close of yesterday. Please, you all confirm you can see my screen. Everything is okay here. If you can't see my screen, I think the challenge is from your end. Please, others can confirm. Everything is okay here. If you can't see the screen, it appears the challenge is from your hand. Okay, so on dollar index 4 hour time frame, you can see we had an inverted hammer after the close of yesterday candle, and with this bearish candlestick formed before this inverted hammer. So let's see if a 1 hour candle closed above the high of this candle. If 1 hour candle closes above the high of this candle, then we should expect buys on dollar index. If a 1 hour candle closed above the high of this candle, let's see 1 hour. So you can see 1 hour candle. Can you see this 1 hour candle? This 1 hour candle closed above it. Can you see that? So that tells me dollar index is bullish at the moment, and dollar index might come to fail. I think this was created yesterday. Yeah, this was 20th. Okay, so this gap here, dollar index might come to fill this fair value gap it created here. You can see this gap here. It is likely going to come fill this gap. That's my expectation on dollar index. It is likely going to come and fill this fair value gap before. That's my expectation on dollar index. You can see on 1 hour time frame, you can see the pattern we had here on 1 hour time frame. This is an engulfing pattern. It's an engulfing pattern. So if you have not taken any trade on the dollar, you could wait for 1 hour candle to close above this resistance it's just created. Can you see this resistance it's just created? Also, if you go back here, you would see we had a fair value gap here. Can you see this fair value gap? Price pulled back to fill that fair value gap. So if price breaks out from this fair value gap, this becomes an inverse fair value gap, then you should expect more buys. Okay, wait for price to close above this fair value gap it created here. Okay, if price a candle 1 hour closes above this fair value gap, then you should expect more buy. Expect more buy on dollar index. Okay, so that's my take on dollar index. It is bullish, and if dollar index is bullish, we'll be looking to sell pairs that have dollar as the counter. We'll be looking to we'll be looking to sell. Yeah, we'll be looking to sell pairs that have dollar as counter. GU, AU, NU, EU. Okay, so that's it on dollar index. So let's go to currency pairs. Let's start with GBP USD. If there's any pair you want us to analyze, please drop it in the comment section. GBP USD, give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't done that, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time participating on the live stream, please do subscribe to the channel so that anytime I come on live, you get notified by YouTube. Okay. So on GU, what's been happening on GU since the market opened this week? Yeah, let me start with the weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly, you can see last week was strongly bullish, and this week has been bullish so far. It's been bullish since the market opened. GU has been bullish. Okay, let's go down to price broke out from this resistance and is likely going to pull back to test this resistance before continuing with its bullish move. Okay, let's go down to daily. Let's see what we have on a daily time frame. So if today's candle hasn't formed yet, if it closes as a bearish reversal pattern, then we should be looking for sells on GBP USD. If today's candle closes as a bearish reversal pattern, then we should expect more sells on GU, and GU might come to test this broken resistance. It might, okay. If it doesn't get to this level, there's a fair value gap here. Okay, so it might want to come test this fair value gap. Okay, it doesn't test this broken resistance turn support. Okay, so let's go down to 4 hour. Let's see if we can find opportunity to sell GU. If we're able to identify a bearish reversal pattern on 4 hour, then we don't have to wait for the daily candle to close before we take a trade. So you can see the pattern we had here after the close of yesterday candle on a 4 hour time frame. This is an hanging man, which indicates change in trend from bullish to bearish. And before the formation of this hanging man, we had this bullish candlestick. Okay, so as you can see, I think 4 hour candle closed below it. This 4 hour candle closed below it. This 4 hour closed below it. That tells me that GBP USD is bearish. It tells me GBP USD is bearish. So what played out today? What played out this morning in the market? I think the first thing they did this morning was to clear liquidity. The normal retail traders would have expected sell, and their stop losses will be residing at that level. You can see. So what they did this morning was to clear the liquidity residing at this previous high. And after clearing the liquidity residing at this previous high, what do you have here? You can see this is a spinning top, which indicates change in trend from bullish to bearish. That should tell you that GU is set for sell. Okay, but let's go down to 1 hour. After the formation of this spinning top on 1 hour, what do we have on 1 hour? Sorry, this is 4 hour. So after the formation of this pattern, what do we have on 1 hour? Okay, so you can see the pattern we had on 1 hour. I think this bearish candlestick closed below the low of this bullish candle. That tells me GU is sell. Can you see that? That's a sell. You can see the market is trading below this level. Okay. Pattern. Okay. So the market is currently trading below level. So GU is at the moment. You could only consider selling if this resistance is broken. But at the moment, GU is bearish. GU is bearish, and GU is likely going to come down to this level. That is what I see. That is what I see. GU is likely going to come fill this gap. It's likely going to come fill this gap. That's my take on GBP USD. I hope that is clear. Any question? Any question? Any question on GU before I move to the next pair? Which other pair do you want us to look at? Let me know in the comment section. Which other pair do you want us to look at? Drop it in the comment section. Okay, so let's look at EU, Euro USD. Euro USD, start with the weekly. Last week was strongly bullish. And so far this week, EU also has been bullish. You can see it has been bullish, but you can see there's a strong pullback, a strong rejection at the moment. Let's see what's the reason for that rejection. What is the reason for that rejection? Few minutes. Trying to see reasons for a strong rejection. So we had there's a fair value gap here. I believe you can see that there's a fair value gap here. Could that be the reason for the rejection? Let's see. Okay, so we have a fair value gap here. So if a bearish reversal pattern forms after this fair value gap gets filled, then you should expect sell on Euro USD. Okay, so price has already filled this fair value gap. So what do we look out for? We look out for the pattern that forms, okay, after this gap gets filled. So let's go down to, this is weekly. Let's go down to daily. How did yesterday candle close? Let's see. Okay, so yesterday candle was strongly bullish. You can see it was strongly bullish, and after the close of yesterday candle was the pattern on, let's see the pattern on 4 hour time frame. Let's see. Go to 4 hour. So what do we have on 4 hours? You can see the pattern we have on EU is similar to what we saw on GU, because both pairs are positively correlated. By that I mean, if GU is bearish, there's a high probability EU also will be bearish. So you can see the pattern here. This is you can call this an hanging man. Some can call it but spinning top. It's okay. Both candlestick pattern indicates change in trend from bullish to bearish. So here we had this bullish candlestick that formed before this candle, this bearish candle, where the reversal started from. Then identify the low of that candle. You can see 4 hour candle closed below this low. Okay, that's a strong indication that we have more sells than buys. Okay, it indicates that we have more sells than buy. And look at the previous 4 hour. The previous 4 hour, I think this pullback here, let's see if we go down to lower time frame, this pullback could be a fair value gap was created on a lower time frame. Let's go down to 1 hour. Let's see. So on 1 hour, was there a fair value gap here on 1 hour? No fair value gap. Let's go down to 15 minutes. There's a reason for this pullback. Let's confirm. On 5 minutes. So you can see on 5 minutes, there's a fair value gap here. There is this fair value gap, but let's go down to, we're on 15 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes. So you can see on 5 minutes, you can see we had a fair value gap here. You can see that that's the reason for the pullback. This fair value gap is the reason for the pullback. You can see it here. This fair value gap is one of the reasons for the 1 to 15 minutes. Here's my chart. As my chart disappeared too. Okay, that is that. So that could be the reason for that pullback. Strong rejection from that zone now. Okay, so let's go back to 1 hour. So at the moment, Euro USD is bearish. It is bearish, and Euro USD might come down here. This will be the next fair value gap. Okay, Euro USD might come fill this fair value gap. That is my target for Euro USD. My target for Euro USD 1.1423. 1.1423. That's my target for Euro USD. Okay. All right, Mr. Richard, AU, Mr. Joseph, GJ. Okay, a few minutes. So that's my take on Euro USD. Okay, let's look at GJ. GJ. Mr. Joseph, by now I believe you're out of the GJ trade. You have made so much pips on GJ. I think you should be out from that trade now. Okay. I believe the market has hit your take profits. I want to believe it has hit your TP. I want to believe it has hit your TP. Stay out of the market for now on GJ. Let's see. Let's see. So this is the weekly. Yesterday candle closed, or last week candle. You can see it looks like an angry man. Okay, it looks like an angry man. Let's go down to daily. Let's see. Okay, yesterday candle, you can see spinning top. You can see yesterday candle. Yesterday was bearish, and with what I'm saying now, GJ is bearish at the moment. GJ is bearish at the moment. Should only consider buying GJ if a bullish reversal pattern forms. At the moment, all I see is sell on GJ. Sell, let's see 4 hour. Okay, all I see on GJ at the moment, so the previous 4 hour candle closed as an hammer. Okay, let's see. It closed as an hammer. Okay, so let's go down to 1 hour. If you want to buy GJ, then you need to wait for 1 hour candle. Wait for 1 hour candle to close above this level, this high. Wait for 1 hour candle, 1 hour candle to close above this high before you take a buy. But at the moment, it is still bearish. Okay, it is still bearish. If 1 hour candle closes above the high of this candle, then you can buy. Is that clear? Let's see 15 minutes. Okay. Wait for 1 hour to close above this zone before you buy. This zone. Wait for 1 hour to close above this zone before you buy. That's my take on GJ. But at the moment, it is still bearish. It is still bearish. It is still bearish at the moment. It is still bearish at the moment. I don't say buying, but if 1 hour candle closes above this level, this zone, then you should buy. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear on GJ. You took a buy immediately. You should have waited for confirmation. You took a buy immediately. You should have waited for confirmation. The confirmation would have been 1 hour closing above this zone. That would have been the confirmation for GJ. Okay, that would have been the confirmation for GJ buy. You did wait for the confirmation. Okay, I want to believe you have your stop in place. So if you have your stop in place, then you shouldn't be worried. You shouldn't be worried. Okay. Which other instrument do you want us to look at? Which other instrument? Okay, Mr. Richard says AU, AUD USD, AUD USD should be sell also. It should be bearish also. Let's start with the weekly. So since the market opened, the Australian dollar USD has been bullish since the market opened yesterday. Okay, so these buys could be to clear the liquidity residing at this previous high. Okay, the liquidity residing at this previous high, that could be the reason for the buys, and that liquidity has been cleared. You can see that the liquidity residing at this previous high has been cleared. And let's see, we go down to 4 hour, maybe a fair value gap was created after the formation of this candle. Let's just go down to daily. Let's see if there is a fair value gap that was created at that point. So you can see that fair value gap has been, that liquidity has been cleared. It's been cleared, and you can see the pattern that is forming on the daily time frame. If today's candle closes bearish, if it closes bearish, then we should expect more sells. We should expect more sells on. Should expect more sells on AUD USD. Let me post a link. Let me see if you guys can connect. For those who want to ask questions, let me see, or probably want to share their chat. Let me see if they can use this link to. Let me see. Let me try this. These guys copy. Let me see if this will work. Just click on the link to. I want to know if you can connect using that link to ask questions. Connect with your audio. Few minutes, guys. Connect with your audio. Guys, see if you can use that link in the few minutes, guys. Click on that link I just dropped. Mr. Joseph, click on that link. I want to know if you can hear, if I can hear your voice using that link. Mr. Joseph, click on that link I just dropped. Or Mr. Richard, click on the link. I want to be sure if you can ask questions using that link. Okay, so let me go back to the chat while I wait for you guys to click on the link. So Australian dollar USD, you can see. So if today's candle closes bearish, then we should expect more bearish move on Australian dollar USD. Okay, we should expect more bearish move. Now let's go down to 4 hour. Let's see if we have a bearish setup on 4 hour already. Now we can take advantage of. I hope you guys can see the link. Click on that link. So what do we have on 4 hour? Okay, so I think this is a sell setup on 4 hour. You can see what we had here. We had an hanging man, and we had a bearish candlestick formed after this hanging man. Okay, that indicates change in trend. And you can see this 4 hour candle close below it. This 4 hour candle close below it. Now, this pullback, I guess, was to clear the liquidity. Okay, most retail traders have executed sell. Like I did, I executed sell. Okay, on Australian dollar USD, I executed sell after confirmation of this pattern. That was last night, and you can see what happened this morning. But I was smart enough to set my stop loss few pips above the high of this candle. If not, this move would have cleared my stop loss, this pullback. That was what played out today. They came for the stop losses residing at this previous high, and that they have achieved. And you can see the market is currently trading below the low of these candles. That tells me the sellers are in control. We have more supply than demand. Okay, let's go down to 1 hour. I'm sure we'll be able to identify a bearish reversal pattern after this liquidity got cleared. Let's see 1 hour. Bearish reversal pattern. Can you see it? After the liquidity got cleared, look at the pattern that formed here. You can see hanging man, and we had a spinning top. Hanging man, spinning top, engulfing candle. You can see that. That tells you it's time to sell. It is time to sell. That's why it's not good to execute trade from 5 p.m. Most time the high or the low of that day will be used as liquidity before London session or during London session. That's why it's always advised that you trade the London session. We start from 8 to 11, the most volatile period in the market, 8 to 11 and between 2 to 5 Nigerian time. Okay, so that is it. My take on USD, on Australian dollar USD is sell. If you want to buy, then you wait for a bullish reversal pattern to form or wait for this resistance to be broken before you buy. But right now, it's a sell. It's a sell. I hope that is clear. Did you guys click on the link? Mr. Joseph, did you click on the link? Did it work? One of you should click on the link. One of you should click on the link. I hope you guys can see the link. Let's see, here's the JPY. So USD JPY, let's see, let's start with daily time frame. Okay. So far today, USD JPY has been, it's been bearish. It's been bearish on the daily time frame. USD JPY has been bearish. Let's go down to 4 hour. Let's see the pattern that formed on 4 hours. So the previous 4 hour candle closed down bullish. Okay. It closed bullish. It closed bullish. Okay, so let's see the pattern we had on 1 hour time frame. Okay, so good. So this is the pattern we had on 1 hour. So 1 hour candle has closed above, right? It has closed above the high of this bearish candle. Okay, 1 hour has closed above. This tells me USD JPY is bullish for today's market, from what I'm seeing here. But let's go down to 15 minutes. Let's see. So it created a fair value gap here. And it could be this is where price is headed to, this fair value gap. It's likely going to come clear the liquidity residing at this previous low. And after clearing the liquidity residing at this previous low, it's likely going to come fill this fair value gap before going bullish. That is what I see on USD JPY. That is what I see on USD JPY. It's likely going to come fill that fair value gap before going bullish. Okay, so if a bullish reversal pattern forms after this gap gets filled, then we should look for buy for USD JPY. Any question? Any question? If you have any question, any pair you want us to analyze together, please let me know in the comment section. Any question? Any question? Any question? Do you have any question? You guys should give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't done that, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time participating on the live stream, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get notification from YouTube every time I come online. Any question? Any question? Any question? Is there any other pair you want us to look at? Oh, gold. Oh, gold. Let's look at gold. Gold. Let's look at gold. We've not looked at gold. Okay. Gold. Gold. I shared this with my guys, my team last night. I told them gold is bearish. We should expect retracement on gold, though gold is still very bullish. Fundamentally, gold is still bullish. Gold is still bullish fundamentally, but technically, I see gold retracing. Okay, and I shared this with my team yesterday that gold is going to retrace, and that is playing out in the market. It's playing out in the market. So what they did today, let's go down to 4 hour. So yesterday, you can see the pattern we had on gold yesterday, doji and the spinning top, and they know a lot of retail traders would have executed sell after the formation of this pattern. I think what they did this morning was to clear liquidity. Many would have sold after the formation of this pattern. Many would have sold after this spinning top. So I think what they did was to clear the liquidity residing at this previous high. Okay. And you can see the previous 4 hour candle closed strongly bearish. So let's go to. So this is what we have on 4 hour. So also here, they know a lot of retail traders would have executed the formation of this candle that looks like a spinning top. So what they did there was to clear the trading below the low of this candle. I think 1 hour is trading below. You can see. So that tells me gold is bearish at the moment. Gold is bearish at the moment. Like I said, it's a pullback, it's a retracement. Long term, gold is still bullish. Gold is still bullish. Gold is still bullish, but short term, I see gold retracing. That's what I see on gold. Okay, it's likely going to pull back to a discount area before going bullish. And at the moment, there's a fair value gap that is reacting to this fair value gap. It's reacting to this fair value gap. It's reacting to this fair value gap. Okay. So that's my take on gold. Gold is bearish at the moment, but long term for the week, people look for buys for the week. But for today's market, it's likely going to sell. It's likely going to sell. I hope that is clear, Mr. Ebenezer. I hope that is clear. Any other question? Do you have any other question? No question. We'll end the class. Any question? Any question? I think I've attended to all your requests. Any question? Any question? Do you have any question? All right. It appears there are no questions, so I would have to end the session. I appreciate you all for your participation. I wish you all a profitable trading day. Bye for now.